What's the biggest red flag everyone missed that was obvious in hindsight? My sister Millie was born deaf and autistic, which meant she saw the world differently than everyone else. She developed her own signing system that mixed ASL with these unique gestures only I understood. Looking back, I realized she was trying to save those kids from the very beginning, but nobody believed her. When Millie was 6 and I was 8, she started having meltdowns at dinner. She'd sign frantically in her special language about Dylan and make this gesture she'd never used before that looked like someone taking a picture. Dylan was 16 and volunteered at his grandparents' daycare where Millie went 3 mornings a week. His family was basically royalty in our town. They'd run that daycare and owned multiple stores in town for 20 years, and Dylan was this golden boy headed for special education teaching. My parents were drowning with a new baby and dad's double shifts, so when Millie started having bathroom accidents again, they figured it was regression from the stress. Dylan's mom explained that Dylan had helped Millie in the bathroom once after an accident. He said he shouldn't have been alone with her, but he was of course respectful, and Millie must have taken it the wrong way. He wrote this long apology about not knowing the rules, and my parents ate it up. But Millie got worse. She started hoarding toilet paper under her bed and sleeping on my floor. She'd lose it if anyone tried to help her change clothes, and absolutely refused to use any bathroom except ours. Her drawings became obsessive with the same images over and over of stick figures in a room with toilets and rectangles that might have been phones or cameras. I was only 8, but I knew something was wrong. I noticed Millie's worst days were Tuesdays and Thursdays, so I started tracking it. Turns out those were early release days when Dylan was actually at the daycare in the mornings, instead of after school like everyone thought. When I told my parents, they said I was jealous of Millie getting extra attention and that she must have a crush on Dylan or something. Then Marcus, another boy at the daycare, started showing the same signs. He had Down syndrome and suddenly developed bathroom anxiety and drew pictures of cameras. His mom yanked him out immediately and called CPS. The investigation went nowhere because most of the kids at the daycare were nonverbal or had communication challenges that made interviews impossible. Dylan volunteered to help translate, which made him look like a saint. Millie completely shut down during her interview and wouldn't even sign to me. 5 years crawled by. Millie learned proper ASL, but still used her unique signs for anything about the daycare. She stayed terrified of public bathrooms despite years of therapy. Dylan went to college for special education and kept volunteering while his grandparents opened a second location. Everyone forgot about the CPS investigation except me. I kept Millie's old drawings hidden in my closet and wondered if I was crazy for still suspecting something. Then Lily happened. She was verbal and told her mom point blank that Dylan takes pictures in the potty room. The police found a hidden camera and raided Dylan's apartment. In his filing cabinet were Millie's old drawings that he'd kept for 5 years. When I told Millie about his arrest, she finally signed the whole story. Dylan had been photographing kids during bathroom help, claiming it was medical documentation their parents had approved. He had a candy reward system for keeping the potty secret. When police cracked his encrypted drives, they found hundreds of images dating back to when Dylan was just 16. Millie and Marcus were there along with dozens of other victims. He'd been selling content on the dark web to buyers who requested specific types of children. During the trial, Millie testified via video link with me interpreting. The prosecutor asked why she never told anyone, and Millie signed, "I did tell." Every day, no one understood. That broke me because she was right. She'd been screaming the truth in the only way she knew how, and we'd failed her. Dylan got 25 years. His family lost their license and faced multiple lawsuits. Millie started mentoring other special needs kids about body safety and developed a visual system for nonverbal children to report abuse. We thought it was over. 6 months after the trial, I got a call that changed everything. It was a man with a deep voice saying my sister had something that belonged to them, and it better be returned or her childhood trauma would be the least of her worries. Full story on channel, linked below.